Hello YouTube and welcome back to Transport's FIFA 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Right now we are in autosave where a train is about to go past, but there it goes. We're in Oceanside where we've got quite a dip in the road right now. I don't think I've ever started a video in Oceanside. Things are getting rather busy. You can actually see at the train station, at the bus station, it's incredibly busy, and that brings us on to the main point of today's video. Sorry, where are your hands? What are they holding? So your hands holding either. Either of you guys, what are they doing? Neither of them are doing anything. Anyway, before I was distracted, brings us on to today's task, today's topic, or today's episode, and that is, and there's another one, and that is, we need to work on getting the bus routes or the stagecoach routes sorted to ensure that passenger movement is maximised throughout the cities. So that is what we are going to be doing in today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and hopefully this should lead to more profit, lower traffic or lower people waiting, better passenger service, better customer service, happier customers, and therefore more trains full, perhaps. I'm not sure if that's how it works, but you never know. Anyway, let's get on with that. Alright, so let's play that. Whilst we are in Oceanside, we might as well start here. Let's have a look at this. So we've got a lot of passengers waiting, and I think that might be to do with the fact that there is only a single loop that we are looking at this point in time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the buses, and I'm going to change the loop up a bit. So we're going to have a station there, and that looks pretty good along there. I will... In fact, that's pretty good. So we'll have a loop that will just do, I think, either all the way around there or all the way. Let's have a look at what the original loop does. That's what the original loop does. So I think having a loop that goes there, 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 and then straight back down over here might be reasonable. I think that might be a good loop. In fact, no, we'll go there. We'll do an outside loop. That's what we're going to do. There we go. So let's start up let's start a brand new line. There we go. And we'll go from there right the way around, like so. Now I have no idea why they are doing this. This is very annoying. It's just, for some reason, the latest updates has created this weird, instead of them just going, well, we can turn that way, they'll be like, nope, we've got to go this way and then turn around. It's highly annoying, and I think that it does need to be addressed. So, PARD Oceanside 02. There we go. There's PARD Oceanside 02. We will buy some vehicles. We've got some more vehicles available now. These are something that we're going to be taking a look at, because why not? They have more emissions though, but they can carry 6, whilst these can carry 5, and they can go faster. Big deal right there. We're going to have let's go for 6 of those. I will paint them. In fact, I'm not going to paint them because they're a decent colour anyway. We'll do that. Let's see if that helps the movement of passengers in Oceanside. Let's find out. The new passengers have just come along. Also, I wanted to change these, didn't I? These are moguls, which are incredibly fast. Apparently, everybody still wants this one oh no, here we go. Now we're starting. So this might ease up the passengers just slowly, and we've just got to be very careful on this. Obviously we have a ridiculous number waiting to go to Murrieta, but we're actually going to sort of see, the interesting thing there is that we've got Oceanside to Miami seems to be quite an important route. but I do not think we can do much to help on that. It doesn't seem to have worked the way I hoped it would. That's fine. How many vehicles on this? A lot. Oceanside 01 has a lot of vehicles. That's probably the reason. So we'll actually buy some more. Let's buy another 6 of those to bring this up to 12. I'll send them all out on 02. And then maybe just maybe, they will figure out that, hang on a minute, we can use the other route as well. Okay, that's down to 19. Well, what happened there? I do not know. But we can handle that. Having 19, that's an easy one to handle. And indeed, there's nobody there yet. I saw a passenger here before the episode started. I'm not sure why and what caused that, but there was a passenger there. Ah, here we go. We're having pickups, drop-offs, and the like. This is good. Now we can always keep it at this number and not increase it at this point in time. We'll lose money, but it's a massive future-proofing thing at the moment. We've got a lot that's probably going to build up. Look, there's 16 there and 10 there. Look, there's housing. Oh, that's a commercial building. Hello. Oh, even more commercial buildings. Interesting. But we've got things building up there, so we've just got to be aware of that. Okay. So we'll leave Oceanside for now. Let's move over to Marietta, see if there's anything here. This seems to be handling things fairly well, to be completely honest. And I'm not intending to build these further. This is just crazy talk. But I'm not intending to build these any further than they currently are. So we'll leave Marietta for now. Norwalk, on the other hand, does seem to be having some major issues. And I think that's again because we only have a single route. Norwalk, in fact, has grown a ridiculous amount too. So I am looking at... let's connect that up like that. And let's turn... Ooh, should I make that a major road? No, look, I could put a bus stop down a side street here, and we can turn that into another route. And similarly, we can have this here and turn that into another route. So, what is the route that currently runs over here? That's the route we've got. So I'm going to say, first of all, I'm going to paint it red, deeper red. We're going to go Norwalk, 14th, 3rd. That's good. Right the way up to Hillcrest Street. Oh, I like that name. It's up on a hill as well. Is it the crest of the hill? It is the crest of the hill. How nice. That's clever. Down to Mill. Across to Johnson and then back. That's our new route. Let's see if that somehow improves what we have. So, PARD Norwalk 02. Now, let's check Norwalk 01 stats as well. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is probably enough. It's just that one particular station that's for some reason really, really busy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 10 on the opposite route. And let's see if that causes anything to get better. 10 on the opposite route. I should probably slow this down. There we go. We don't want to put too much. We don't want to go too far through time. And there we have it. In fact, no, we need we need the speed. What I need to do is I need to slow it down when I'm setting things up and then increase the speed afterwards. Right. Let's see how this pans out. So, nobody really wanting... Anybody on the routes? No. Just loads of people on this one. Oh, you're also using really, really old vehicles. Well, let's fix that as well. Now, let's put the maintenance very high. Let's bring yourselves up to these stagecoaches. There you go. Let's see if that helps. That's something else to consider. There we go. Okay, well, we'll have to see how that pans out. We seem to be okay-ish here. It's not great because there's lots of passengers coming and going over there. Those trains really need to be fixed at some point soon. Passengers are now being dropped off by Norwalk 02, which is good. Or was that 01? Is that just your drop-off point and then... No, it's 02. Oh, it's that confused. Okay, well done. Well done, you tricked me. A train going past, full load. Lovely. So it is managing to keep that at bay. It's actually managing to help. Okay, we're managing to keep this kind of at bay. It's helping slowly. 02 really hasn't done much, it seems. But okay, so we're okay with Norwalk just about for now. Concord, on the other hand, what do we have? Lots of people in the station, but that's okay. We've got some people out here. Still no buildings apart from that single one. Nothing else out in this area. I'm still going to keep this running, even if it slows things down. Just to see what happens. 308, I mean 308 we can manage. 299, we can still manage that. 308, so that's the kind of area that we're sitting in for now. We seem to be having a lot of passengers on Concord 02. That's because all of these are running really, really old. These are running really old stagecoaches, aren't they? Manage vehicles. Let's get these vehicles swapped out for those. Let's do the same for these. Go and swap them for those. So we're going from 11 to 12 and we can carry another person. In addition to that, I shall add... What's a U? 02, what's a U? 01. I shall add from the depot. Where is the depot? Where did I put the depot? Where did I put the depot? Can anybody see the depot? Was it out here? No. Why can I not see the depot? What does the depot look like? That. Why can I not see one? Did I demolish a depot and then not put it back? Well, let's put a depot in. Let's do that. That's a good idea. Right here. There you go. Good idea to pop a depot in right there. That's more like it. Right. We shall buy a few vehicles. I want 4 more for... I want 4 more for Concord 01. And I wish to also have 4 more for Concord 02. There we go. Adding on to that, I probably should change Concord 01's route a little bit, because I should... I could have passengers stopping there. Oh wait, is that... That's 01. Where could I take 01's route? I could take it up here, around here, and then back in. That's reasonable. Let's do that, although that covers a vast distance, so maybe it's better to do that for now until we can handle this. And as soon as we've got a handle on this, then we can move on to things going further. The ugly smell of success. Have at least 300 passengers waiting in the station. That's Oceanside. Oh dear. Well, we'll deal with that at some point. There's not much we can do. But that should hopefully help the situation over here in Concord. Memphis. Poor old Memphis. Just nothing here. I'll spend some time working on Memphis, I'm sure, at some point. Clearwater, how are you looking? Clearwater's doing well, nothing to worry about there. Newport News, also, nothing to be concerned about. New York City, also nothing to be concerned about. How's your growth? It's getting there. It's getting there. So that's everything on this side of the map done. Probably should check out St. Paul. No issues whatsoever in St. Paul. Tiny city, tiny town. Over on this side, New Haven has nothing. Reno has nothing. McAllen, that's what it is. McAllen, Huntsville. Baltimore. Let's have a look. Baltimore's managing after having all the trouble. Why do you not stop further down the platform? I do not understand. What is the point of that? Look, you've got the rest of the platform. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. But okay, you're managing quite nicely. Inside the city, things are going well. 430, you're still growing. That's a good thing. Amazingly, I mean, we could probably start looping out new routes out this way. I'd love to have routes going out this way as well, but given the way Baltimore's going to grow, I've got a feeling it's going to sort of grow into this triangle area, which I'm completely happy for it to do. And once it's done that, I'm sure I'll figure out how to get over the road. So that's absolutely fine. New Orleans, well, we're okay here, we're okay here, we're not so okay here. And again, this might just be to do with the fact that there is only a single route going through New Orleans. And an interesting route it is. The second route I'm going to do is probably going to do something similar, but go around this side and then down here instead. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and grab a bus stop. I'll stick it there. We'll do another one there. We just had a building pop up. We'll take that there. We'll then do one here. And then I guess we can come all the way down. That seems reasonable. It's going to be an interesting type of route, I think. It's different to the other routes. But new line. Darker colour. 1, 2, 3. Do we want to stop there? Should we just go straight there? Let's just go straight there. 4, 5. And there it goes, doing that really strange thing again. Why? Why would you do this? What is the issue with just crossing over the road? I'm so confused. It makes no sense. But there we go. PARD, New Orleans 02. Perfect. Depot. Buy vehicles. Let's go for 6. There we go. How many does New Orleans 01 have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's interesting. Let's go for 10. 4 more. There you go. Off you trot. Perfect. Alright, let's fast forward this and give this a watch just for a moment or two. Maybe things will sort of work on in this one. Right. Let's see. Nothing, it seems. Okay, well, we'll move on. Oh, wait, there might be something there. Nope. And of course, that's still got a single one, but I'm hoping that with this second one here, people will be wanting to use this. Let's move on to New York. I mean, not New York, Miami. And in, wait, what? Hello. Well, well, well. Miami has officially crossed the road. Miami has officially crossed the railway. This is big. This is good. This is really, really good. Right. This is a really, really big deal, I think. 155 waiting for Oceanside. Something tells me that we're going to have to do something about that. Why is Oceanside such a big deal? Why is it not a big deal to go... Something's not right about this algorithm, I think. Surely. So what, 300 waiting? Yeah, there's so many people waiting at this station. But I'm going to force it to say stay small. There is a very specific reason why I'm doing this. Unless that wants to become the main line. In which case that's horrible. That's not the main line at all. That's not the main line I'm after at all. Anyway, back to Miami. What do we have? Now Miami's always the difficult one. Always the difficult one here. So we've got this issue with the number of people at the station. And the first thing I think we really have to do on this is we've got to increase the size of the station. And so I shall. And there we go. Say station size has been increased. We can handle a little bit more in the way of passengers. And that's really important. And as you can see, there are passengers using almost all of them. So 4 is being used. 1, 2 and 4 are being used. 3 for some reason is not. I am not sure why, but it is not. It's just how it is. So we'll just have to see what... It's used for drop-off. It's just not used for pickup. So clearly people want to be dropped off and come through 3, but 1 seems to be the busiest of the lot. But at different places on the map or in Miami, different ones are busy. So 1 is really busy there, so that's something to consider. 3 is really busy there. 2 and 4 are really busy there, and the rest is sort of okay. So there's a whole raft of problems, and I think it's just got to do with pathfinding. I think it honestly has to do with pathfinding there, as to why certain places are so busy. See, I've got a feeling people are coming along from here, and instead of going to that station, they're coming to this station. No, wait, there are people going to that station. Something's happening that's causing them to go to this station instead of that one. And I think if I just move that slightly further along, that would be ridiculously busy as well. Similarly here, I'm assuming these lots are all jumping onto this station as opposed to that station, which is giving us the incredibly busy Miami 03. The question is, where does Miami 03 go? Which one of these is 03? That's one. Which goes directly to the station. Whereas 01 doesn't even come that way. 02 is going up and around before coming to the station. There's something interesting. There is something interesting to note, and that's 04. What's it? And 04 goes around that way. Now that is very interesting. This, I think, fixing Miami is going to take an episode in and of itself. What are you doing? I don't know. I think fixing Miami is going to be a mission in and of itself. What I am going to do though in Miami is the first ever test run of these. Ta-da! You are about to be replaced by tarpaulin truck or a flatbed truck. Well, I suppose a flatbed is fuel. Orange. Let's give it high maintenance. And there we go. We have our first steam. Look at that. Look at that. Steam trucks. So fuel should theoretically be able to be transported a lot faster. And there is a lot of fuel that can come in and out of this place, I am fairly sure. It's got 53. We need to be able to up the amount of fuel production, but now that we can possibly get the fuel out, we should be able to up that production. And that's the key. That's the key there. So everything is it's interesting because in a game like this, everything you've got to get the chain correct. So the amount coming in has to equal the amount going out. It's got to get to the right places. You can't have too much of one thing or too little. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do right now. And if I can somehow manage this, which at the moment I am doing a bad job of course these are faster. So that's the theory. That because they're faster, yes, they will be stuck behind, as we saw. They were stuck behind horses, but when they're faster, when they're not stuck, they do a really good job. Oh, there's another 3 coming in. 115. Come on, bring this down. I know we're supposed to be looking at passengers, but we're now looking at this. That one house. Thank you, kind sir, madam, for taking the risk. Come on, come on. Okay, this is good. We're down to 91. Where's the train? Here comes the train. This is, well, it should theoretically be good. It should theoretically be good when it comes in. It shouldn't overflow unless the train somehow picks up 70, which I doubt. Okay, it almost picked up 70. I had 64 on it. Okay, but we are managing, and that's vital. That is absolutely vital. And just look at that. That momentarily I saw that go up to 70%. There's the 70% mark. We now have that up to 70, meaning we could get the food up. But as you can see, the food's not really needed. What we can do, or I say the food's not really needed. We do not have enough food to supply. What we could do is convert it to the steam trucks and then reduce the number that we have in total. That's another option we have. So it's something to look for. Apparently emission is very poor. Obviously something we need to also look into at this point in time. And quality, what's this for? Stations is poor, but again that's something we are working on. Miami 01 is just not having a good time. It really is not having a good time. I feel like just doing this. Let's just add another 6 onto Miami 01 and let's see if that helps. Oh, I wonder if it does. It might not. Hey look, no food. Here comes the food train though. With 66 food to deliver. Which is alright-ish. There it is. We need to be able to get more than that. We need to definitely be able to get more than that. 85 fuel. Where's the fuel train? It's on its way back with what? 58. If we can up the oil production, which we probably can given the amount of oil we have, this thing can definitely up that oil production. We can then up the fuel production and we can get more and more fuel out, which is a big deal. We can definitely bring that up towards 228. We've got a lot. Theoretically, we've got a lot. Where did the house go? Where? What? Why? Well, I guess I'm going to end it there, I suppose. It's probably a good place as any right here to end the video. I cannot believe that house disappeared. There we go. There's the thumbnail. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadgets. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. That Oceanside thing, there's something going on there. We're going to have to do something about that. You can also find me on Reddit at @ecgadgets, and I think that's everything. Yeah, I think that is everything. Next episode, well, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do. Every city seems to be coping, aside from... Actually, New Orleans... Oh no, New Orleans is now coping. But every city seems to be coping, aside from Miami, at this point in time. Norwalk is running really well now. And so is Concord, and I'm assuming Oceanside is as well, except the hundreds of passengers waiting. But yeah, things are running well, decently enough. Things are being future-proofed. Now we just have to see what's happened. So I shall see you guys next time.